Sup, people? So I got a video today. This is probably what, like around a year later after my first guy. Like, damn. But yeah, this video is gonna be like focused on ledge trapping and pretty much how to approach it. So I've pretty much broken it down to be very simple yet effective. So let's talk about it. So what I did was I dissected the ledge trapping into something called the 3 zones. And I'll pretty much be going over them one by one. But for the first one, I like to call it the pressure zone. Now this zone is specifically used as it's in the name itself, the most pressuring zone out of all 3. It's the closest to the ledge, or the edge I should say, and it'll allow you to constantly apply this pressure to your opponent. So the first option an opponent will select is neutral get up. So neutral get up will just allow me to kind of stand upright, you know, pretty standard. So what you'll have to do for counterplay is to grab. What grab allows is just an instant punish, right? But it all comes down to your timing of the grab, because if you're too late with the grab, then you'll see their shield pop up. If you're too early, then you'll see it whiff before the shield pops up. So you need to time it successfully in order to hit that grab punish. Another piece of counterplay you can apply are the Shoto's up tilts. These can effectively beat out the neutral get up when timed properly, so they're very effective and they can be applicable in many different ways. They can even be used to bait out air dodges. Up tilts also counter jump along with other tools. And you guessed it, they also bait out air dodges. So the option to counter this would be get up attack, which would nullify this type of aggressive option at ledge. And to counter that option would be to bait it out with a number of attacks and then shield right away in order to punish effectively. There's also dropping down from ledge and recovering with an aerial. You could just block it and maybe do an out of shield option, but let's dig a little deeper, shall we? So looking into ultimateframedata.com, which I'll leave a link for in the description, it allows you to research the frame data for all the characters in the game. Now looking into Ken specifically, the one move I wanted to discuss was the F tilt. Now the F tilt has 2 properties. So the first color you see is blue. The blue means intangibility. If something is intangible, it means it cannot be hit by another attack, meaning this will pretty much phase through and beat out certain hitboxes. There's not a lot of hitboxes in the game. Now going into the red is just the attack itself. So you can see it has blue for intangibility and the red for the attack. The attack is pretty long and disjointed, extends far beyond the foot. So this killer combination just allows for crazy punishes and follow-ups just from this one attack. Even Ken's roundhouse kick has the same exact properties as the F tilt. The second piece of counterplay to the pressure zone is to simply roll from the ledge. They'll retain the invincible flash until the rolling animation finishes. So the next zone I wanted to talk about is the neutral zone. But hold off on that. We'll come back to it in a bit. So the third and final zone is what I like to call the distance zone. This zone is used specifically to punish ledge roll options and to pressure from a distance. So this is a situation you want to avoid entirely, because now that they're behind you, you've lost stage control and your ledge trap situation. Sure, you may have gotten the damage, but it won't matter if you can't keep the pressure up. Get what I'm saying? You want to use the down tilts before they roll past you. Reason being is that it allows you to reset your ledge trap situation along with continuing the pressure, and you can even take some potential stocks in the process. The counterplay to the distance zone would be to neutral get up or to jump, as they completely avoid the ledge trapper. And now I saved the best for last. This is neutral zone, and this is arguably the best zone out of all three. Why? Because it allows you to effectively maneuver between all three zones without having to focus just on one. And not only that, it makes pressure. It creates pressure for the opponent on ledge so that they have to think about which option is best for them. So when you have this zone and you're effectively using it this way, you're always able to cover all three options in a much more effective manner. Okay, Vendetta, but what if they just sit there? Well, you do have a couple options. You have heavy down tilt and you have down smash, which works on most of the cast. And then there are those that you simply just cannot use those tools against. And the way to approach these kinds of characters is looking for that opening and using a back air to a special cancel Tatsu. What this allows you to do is get that meaty back air damage while also using Tatsu to get back to the stage, grab ledge, and reset your ledge trapping. And you have to be very, very careful of how you approach characters like this, because they have what is known as sharking. And sharking is when they use specific tools to cover themselves when it comes to re-grabbing the ledge. You might either get hit or even lose your stock, so be careful. Well, I guess that takes care of it, right? Well, not quite. There's actually one final zone I want to talk to you about. In fact, it's actually hidden. And the zone I want to go into is called the Dead Zone. Basically, this zone is, as it said in the name, dead. You have no business being over here. You lose all pressure and all conditioning when it comes to your ledge trapping. You want to stay in the 3 zone area in order to capitalize on your ledge trap pressure. If you've made it this far, congratulations and thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Videos like these are not very easy for me to do, especially with the equipment that I currently have, but I will and I do the best that I can to, provide the content for you guys. Now, I'm not sure how often I'm going to get these going, but I will say that this is not going to be my last video for sure. And who knows when the next one will be, but I'll try and keep you guys posted, okay? So, take care. Peace.